Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm Mary and this is episode 2 of our little Bible study videos. I need a name for like this series, so you guys should like comment down below a name. But before we get started, go ahead, like, subscribe, and share this video to all your friends and everything so we can get the word out. But last video I talked about what it means to trust in God in everything, and there was also a little devotional that went along with the video. Speaking of devotional, I made one for this video as well. It's linked down in the description. It's gonna be the first thing there. But last time we talked about trusting God, you guys should go and watch that. But this time we're gonna be talking about the power of forgiveness and just what the Bible teaches us about forgiveness. So again, if you see me looking over here, it's because my notes are over here, so I'm gonna be kind of like looking over here a lot, but also trying to like stay focused and everything. But yeah, so I hope that you guys enjoy this video. Like I said, like, subscribe, and comment down below. Okay, so forgiveness is a powerful and central theme in Christianity. Many people struggle with forgiveness and forgiving people because we hold on to kind of just like those things of our past or whatever. Not only do people struggle with it, like with forgiving others, they also struggle with not only do people understanding how God forgives us, you know? So this topic can speak to people's everyday struggles and help them connect to God's love and mercy. Obviously, forgiveness is something that we all struggle with, and it's one of the most challenging teachings of Jesus because sometimes it's just so hard to forgive people, you know, after everything that they've done to you. Like, I can relate. There's some people that I never think that I'm gonna forgive. There's some people that I just can't even picture myself forgiving them, but like in my mind I know that I have to because that's what God would want us to do. Forgiveness is one of the cornerstones of Christianity. So if you look at Jesus's life, you'll see that he consistently demonstrated forgiveness, and he taught his followers to forgive others as well. So in Matthew 6:14 through 15, Jesus says, "For if you forgive others their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if you do not forgive others their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses." So it's a very powerful statement right there, because it's not just a nice idea or something we're encouraged to do. It's literally a command, okay? Because forgiveness is directly tied to our relationship with God, and it's about reflecting his love and mercy in our lives, even when it's hard. Obviously, there's gonna be hard times, like I said. So let's go ahead and talk about how God forgives us. So that way we can kind of have like a little back and forth action here. So God forgives us, and the Bible tells us that while we are still sinners, Christ died for us. That's in Romans 5:8, by the way. God forgives us not because we deserve it, but because he loves us just so much. His forgiveness is not based like on our ability to earn it. It's a free gift. So the Apostle Paul writes in Ephesians 1:7, "In him we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins in accordance with the riches of God's grace." So God's forgiveness is complete and final. Okay, when we confess our sins, he is faithful and he forgives us. That's in 1 John 1:9, which is incredible grace, right? So we don't have to wonder if God has truly forgiven us, because his word assures that he has. So we know that God forgives us, but what about forgetting others? Okay, forgiving, not forgetting. So forgiving others, I feel, is definitely one of the more challenging things for me. As I said before, like, there's people that I just don't know if I can forgive them for what they've done, and that's something that I'm working on right now. A lot of these videos are like things that I'm personally struggling with, so I make these videos not only to help myself but then also to encourage you guys. So let's be honest, forgiving someone who has hurt us can be really, really, really difficult. Like, even after a whole year and a half of my situation, it's just still difficult to forgive people, okay? So whether it's a close friend, a family member, or even a stranger, the pain that they've caused might feel unforgivable, but this is where we need to look at Jesus for our example, right? So in Luke 23:34, as Jesus hung on the cross, he prayed for those who were crucifying him, saying, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." So this is the ultimate example of forgiveness. So choosing to forgive even in the face of immense suffering, Jesus didn't wait for his enemies to apologize or show remorse. He forgave them unconditionally. So the people that have done us wrong or done something that we don't like, there's not always going to be times that they're going to make it up, okay? But like, just because they don't fix the situation does not mean that we can't forgive them. Yes, we can forgive, but don't forget. That's a big thing that I also want to talk about. So for us, forgiveness doesn't mean that what someone did was right, or that we have to be in a relationship with that person again. Or just in relationship, I mean by like staying in contact with them, or like talking to them, or even associating yourself with them. But it means releasing the bitterness and pain so that we can experience peace and healing. So it's for our own freedom. So The power of forgiveness in our own lives. When we forgive others, we set ourselves free. Holding on to anger or bitterness can eat away at our hearts and minds, clearly. If any of you guys have noticed, like, if you're consistently dwelling on something, like whether that's dwelling on something in the past, which you're not supposed to do because you cannot change the past, but you can change the future, you know? But if you are consistently overthinking about the same thing, like every single day, 24/7, it's literally just going to consume you. Like, I can very much relate, okay? But you have to realize that everything will work out. It'll be okay. Like, everything's God's plan, you know? But in Matthew 18:21 through 22, Peter asks Jesus how many times he should forgive someone who sins against him. Jesus replies, "I tell you, not 7 times, but 77 times." This can actually change, I think. In some, there's like a bunch of different versions. There's like 72, 70, 73, I think. There's a few, but just, you know, that's not a call to forgive once or twice. It's a call to forgive continuously. So Jesus is teaching us that forgiveness isn't just a one-time action, okay? Forgiveness, you can't forgive them one and done. You continuously forgive them. It's a lifestyle of grace and mercy. So, how can we start practicing forgiveness in our everyday lives? So, here's a few steps. 1, acknowledge the pain, okay? If you're consistently trying to run away from it, or I don't even know, it's always gonna catch back up to you, okay? It's always gonna catch back up to you. So it's okay to feel hurt, all right? Everybody's gonna be hurt. Everybody has experienced that kind of sadness, okay? But God knows what we're going through, and he's there to help us heal, okay? Let me tell you, a wound will not heal unless you stop touching it. So if you keep going back and back and back, the wound is not gonna heal, all right? So we need to bring that pain to God and trust that he will help us deal with it, okay? My camera is out of storage, by the way, so I'm gonna go. Okay, so my camera just ran out of storage, but I deleted some things, so hopefully it's better now. Okay, so, number 1, acknowledging the pain. Like, obviously we're all gonna go through things, but just trusting in God that he will help us deal with it. Number 2, pray for the person. And I know this is gonna be so hard at first, like, girl, I don't want to pray for them, I don't like them, like, I'm done with them. But praying for those who have wronged you can shift your heart, okay? What the heck? So just ask God to bless them and help you see them through his eyes, because it's gonna be so difficult. I'm telling you, I can relate to this so much. Literally anybody can. Like, there's somebody that you don't like, there's somebody that has done you wrong. Like, it's so difficult, I'm telling you. But the second that you just like realize that, like, it happened, I can't do anything about it, like, I'm here now, I just need to move on. Like, forgive and forget. That's my big thing. Forgive, but do not forget, okay? You can forgive somebody for what they did, but do not let that tolerate with your brain and be like, oh, they're a good person, like, I can hang out with them again. No, if they did you dirty and they're continuously doing you dirty and they're doing you wrong and doing you wrong, just pray for them, forgive them, do not forget, okay? Do not forget what they did. So, number 3, let go of the need for revenge. Revenge is stupid, girl. Let's say that you and your friend just are going through a little friendship breakup, okay? Y'all are just not liking each other anymore. You're being annoying to each other. Why seek out revenge? That's only gonna make the situation worse, girl. Oh my gosh. So many times, like, people will go through something. They'll go through a breakup. They'll go through, like, a little friend group crumbling apart, and they'll be like, I want to get revenge on this person. No, you do not. You do not need revenge, okay? Because what is that doing to you? That's not doing anything good for you. That's not doing anything good for the other person. That's only gonna bring the situation down lower. Do not do that, all right? So forgiveness means surrendering our desires to get even, okay? We don't need to get even. Why? Why do you even... No, girl, just stay away from that, okay? So trust that God is the ultimate judge, all right? He will take care of everything in his perfect timing. So that doesn't mean getting even with somebody because they did you wrong, all right? I can assure you there's probably been a time that you've done them wrong too, okay? And even if you haven't, that doesn't mean get back at them, all right? This is just maturing. Like, be mature about a situation. Like, this isn't even necessarily about what I'm talking about now. Just be mature about situations, guys. I'm being so serious because why? Just why? It's not gonna help. Okay, so along with that, choose peace. Forgiveness is a choice, not a feeling, all right? Choose to forgive even when your feelings are still raw. Like, even when you have so much hatred, My camera's about to run out of storage again. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. So, choosing peace. Forgiveness is not a choice. Forgiveness is a choice. Sorry. Forgiveness is a choice, not a feeling. Choose to forgive even when your feelings are still raw, okay? You're gonna still hate them. You're still gonna look at them and be like, you make me mad, okay? But forgive them, all right? God will transform those feelings into peace and healing. Again, just choose peace. We don't need revenge. Pray for the person. Acknowledge the pain. Don't run away from the pain. That's kind of just like the main thing, all right? So, my little closing, I guess we'll do the little outro now because I hope that you guys like understood what I was going with that. But forgiveness is one of the most powerful tools we have as Christians, okay? It ultimately will only bring us closer to God. If we're not forgiving people and we're just continuously dwelling on situations and we're just holding grudges, really guys, that's not gonna do anything. That's not gonna bring you closer to God. That's not gonna bring the other person closer to God. It's only gonna bring the situation down. Okay, so along with forgiveness bringing us closer to God, it also restores our relationship with others and just how we view people and how we view the world. It frees us from that kind of just burden of anger and hatred. And remember, when you forgive others, you are reflecting the love and mercy that God has shown you, right? So as you go about your day, I encourage you guys to just think about those that like maybe you need to forgive and that maybe you need to do some extra praying for. And it could be a small issue or something that like, it could be a small issue or something that hurts you really bad, like, or it could be kind of in the middle, you know? But take it to God and let him help you walk the path of forgiveness, okay? So if this video spoke to you, I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with anybody who might need to hear about the power of forgiveness. But also, my devotional will be down in the video. You guys can print it off or like, you know, because it's not an edible doc, but this is my only way to share it with you guys. But yeah, it's free. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Comment down any prayer requests that you guys have, because in the beginning of each video, once I start getting some more, I'm going to start doing prayer requests. So yeah, but hope you guys have a good day and everything. Hope that this helped y'all. So yeah, love you guys. Bye.